The silent fever. It was a peaceful morning in Umuaka village. The sun rose gently over Umuaka, casting golden light over the thatched huts and sprawling farmlands. Women pounding yam, children played near the stream, and elders sat under the great Iroko trees sharing stories. Life was peaceful until a great chilling cry broke the morning calm. The village's beloved midwife, Mama Nnenna, clutched her stomach and collapsed on her mat. Sweat drenched her clothes as she shivered uncontrollably. "Water, please," she whispered. Her voice weak, her daughter rushed to her side, but before she could understand what was happening, another scream came from the next compound. By midday, several villagers had fallen ill. Children, elders, even strong young men. The symptoms were all the same: high fever, joint pain and weakness. Fear gripped the entire village. Was it witchcraft? A punishment from the gods? What could it have been? The village healer Baba Uche prepared herbs, but the sickness only grew worse. Ifeanyi, a young medical doctor who lives in the city, had returned to visit his family in the village. Seeing the illness spread rapidly, he watched closely. "What do they have in common?" he muttered. Then it struck to him that all the sick people had recently fetched water from the village. Determined to find the source, Ifeanyi and some young men followed the stream's path uphill. Hours later, the stench of decay filled the air. There, wedged between rocks, lay a bloated, rotting goat, its body poisoning the water that flowed down to the village. Ifeanyi ran back to the village, panting. "Stop drinking the water, it's poison," he shouted. The elders gathered, skeptical. "The stream has always been safe," Chief Okonkwo said. But when Ifeanyi described the dead animal, doubt filled their faces. Some villagers refused to believe Ifeanyi. "The gods protect our water," they argued. But as more people collapsed, fear overpowered doubt. Ifeanyi demonstrated how boiling water killed germs and begged them to listen. "If we do nothing, more people will die." The village sprang into action. Water was boiled, hens were washed, and the sick were given clean fluids. Ifeanyi sent a messenger to the city for medical help. The healer Baba Uche reluctantly admitted that Ifeanyi's advice was working. Days passed, and the fever stopped spreading. The sick slowly regained their strength. The city doctors arrived with medicine, praising Ifeanyi's quick thinking. The villagers, once doubtful, now looked at him with. The chief called a village meeting. "We must never take clean water for granted again," he declared. A well was dug to provide safe drinking water. Ifeanyi, once just a visitor, was honored as a village guardian of health. The silent fever had almost destroyed them, but knowledge, determination and unity had saved Umuaka. Safe drinking water is it's a necessity, not a luxury. Simple hygiene practices can prevent deadly disease.